Nikki, I'm just going to interrupt you because we're seeing being quoted on Reuters now, the Israeli military saying that 7 hostages, including 2 Israelis and 5 foreign nationals, have been transferred to the Red Cross. So that would explain what we were seeing in Han Yunis, those scenes in Han Yunis, the vehicles from the convoy reversing and stopping to pick up more people. Originally, we had Arbel Yehud and Gadi Moses, 2 of the 3 Israeli hostages due to be released today, being brought to that convoy of vehicles. But there were 4 vehicles. Then they moved the vehicles in that convoy. They came to a stop, and then 2 of them in turn reversed back into the crowd. And it was clear that somebody was being brought towards them. So now confirmation from the Israeli military, according to the Reuters news agency, that those 5 foreign nationals, they say, we assume to be the Thai hostages, have also been handed to the Red Cross. Now, all 5 were working on farms in southern Israel when they were kidnapped during the October the 7th attacks. In total, 8 Thai citizens were abducted.
Yes, Anita.
Bangkok's foreign ministry believes 2 of them are dead. So 5 released today, 1 still unaccounted for.
Yes, Anita, I can just read you that statement that has come from the IDF. They are saying, according to information communicated by the Red Cross, 7 hostages, including 2 Israelis and 5 foreign nationals, were transferred to them and are now on their way towards IDF and ISA forces in Gaza. So, as you say, the confirmation coming from the IDF, this information that's been given to them by the Red Cross, that those 7 hostages are now being transferred on their way to the IDF and ISA forces in Gaza. So again, that is towards this border location where they get handed over, and then they get taken to the Re'im Israeli base, which is on the border of Gaza, and that's where they will normally, as we've seen this morning, meet their parents, relations and friends and have that initial or medical checkup before, as you can see on the pictures that you can see on screen, the helicopter will then take them to one of the hospitals in central Israel. There are a number of them that are prepared to take hostages, and we know that the military observer Agam Berger, the 20-year-old who was released this morning, has been now taken to that medical centre. You saw that the barriers were put up, those temporary barriers, so that the media couldn't film her being taken off that helicopter, because she will now be taken for more comprehensive medical checkups than were first done at the border. But we have seen pictures of her with her parents being reunited that the IDF have shared. So she's now in that medical centre in central Israel. And the other hostages that we have had confirmed, so that's the 2 Israeli hostages, Arbel Yehud, the 29-year-old, and also the first male hostage to be released under this current ceasefire deal, Gadi Moses, the 80-year-old, now being transferred by the Red Cross towards the border of Gaza and Israel, where they'll be handed over to the IDF forces. And they're also confirming that there are 5 foreign nationals. As you mentioned, Anita, they didn't say if they were Thai nationals in that statement from the IDF, but of course we were expecting 5 Thai nationals to be released. The Thai government saying that 6 of its citizens have still been held in Gaza. And as we said, we expected 5 of them to be released today. The IDF confirming that there are 5 foreign nationals, as they described them, now, according to the Red Cross, with the Red Cross heading towards the Gaza border. But as we say at the moment, Anita, the IDF not confirming that they are those Thai nationals.
OK, Nikki, I'm just going to bring in a couple more images for our viewers. We have an image here of Arbel Yehud, of her release, or we had a photograph earlier. Now we have these moving images of her release, flanked by Hamas and Islamic Jihad fighters being brought to those Red Cross vehicles. It was very, very, very difficult to make out what was happening in the huge crowds and the crush earlier. but we could tell that someone was in the centre of this crowd of people. And there we have the images of Arbel Yehud looking perhaps somewhat alarmed and distressed by the crush around her. And then Agam Berger, that is the 20-year-old soldier. Oh, yeah, let's actually just hold on these pictures for a moment and we'll run them, as many of them as we have. So the fighters around her trying to keep back the crowds who are surging forward, anxious for a glimpse of Arbel Yehud, the 29-year-old hostage. And then Agam Berger earlier today released the 20-year-old soldier. She was only on her second day of duty at that surveillance post when she was taken on the 7th of October. She's been greeted there by the Israeli authorities. This is the moment at which, of course, she is handed over by the Red Cross to the Israeli authorities. She brings her hands to her mouth, almost perhaps in disbelief that this moment has come. And then she was swiftly brought to a reception point where she was reunited with her family. And then, as we saw a short while ago, she was brought by helicopter to a place where she will be taken to a medical facility for all the sort of checks, the physical and psychological checks that will be made on her. And those screens were put up to afford her some privacy as she and her family got off the helicopter. Obviously, so many people wanting to see her, wanting to get a glimpse of her face, but that privacy afforded to her.